Journal Record editor Ted Struley joins us to discuss other stories making news and business this week. Ted, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
A conservative think tank has some thoughts about Tiffs. And what are those and why is the think tank opposing them?
Well, this is the 1889 Institute. It's a very small, kind of right-leaning think tank. Their complaint about Tiffs after they studied them was that they are suggesting that while they can do some good things, that they are often used by companies who kind of understand the system, and those companies are able to move around the state and to their own benefit, while the Tiffs don't really benefit the economy as a whole. We did talk to an economic developer in Ponca City who told us that certainly Tiffs can be, done well or done poorly, but there's nothing inherently good or bad about them. It's all in how they're administered. The 1889 Institute would like to see more oversight and stricter regulations on what taxes can be avoided and how the money can be spent.
Now, Oklahoma appears to be falling further behind the rest of the nation when it comes to mental health funding. What's the story with that?
Well, we're already 46th in per capita spending on mental health. When the legislature had the budget crisis this year, the Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services ended up with $16.9 million less than they needed just to maintain what they were already doing. So right now, only about 1 in 3 of the people who need mental health care in the state are getting it. That number is likely to go down.
Access to justice is another area where the state seems to be lagging.
Right? This was a study that came out this week placing us 44th in access to justice. That is mostly civil courts in particular that they were looking at. They said not to worry about that too much, though, because Oklahoma has just launched a commission to investigate that particular issue, and it's typical when you're new at it to be low on the list.
Now, a state audit reveals some problems with the Corporation Commission's accounting system. What's the issue?
Well, really, Gary Jones' office just found some problems in some systems in the accounting. There hasn't been any impropriety. He just noted that if they didn't plug those holes, they were ripe for a potential embezzlement somewhere down the line, so they're taking action right away to tighten that up.
Journal Record editor Ted Struley, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.